Good morning, everybody. It has been so cold out, and I want to get the winter garden set. Um, I've got a few things growing in here. I have I think this is some oak leaf lettuce that's up, or black Simpson, one of the two. Actually, it might be black Simpson. Um, yeah, and then some azula, some New Zealand spinach, and I just want to keep it going. Oh, got a little bok choy, a couple of those in there. So this is that time of year that normally I like this hopping and bopping a little bit more, but I'm sorry. The past couple of years have just been crazy. Actually, the past like 8 years have been crazy. So I don't know. I thought come out this morning. I really just need to find some new peace for my days. So I'm gonna get this going, get everything really bumping. I got a few seed packets to pop in to some pots. But in the meantime, I'm gonna start my day with a little nice cup of tea. So I think I'll have the hot pot out here for a while, get myself motivated to come out in the morning, get my sunlight, resets your mind there, and see what I can get growing. I need to just be able to veg out for a few hours every morning. Really helps me set my day. So I'm thinking I'm going to have a little honey bush banana nut tea. So fresh leaf. I get my teas from Adagio Tea. It has it shipped to me. It's all fair trade. Helps those farmers from around the world. But I love this. It smells so good. Can you see that in there without me spilling it? Nice little chips. Nice little blend. And actually, when I post this, check right in the description. I'll put up a little coupon code that usually gets like $5 off. So I'll put that down there. What is it about watching flames or watching water boil? I do not know. Just the bubbles. I love using it for my hot water for canning when I'm not in my kitchen and I'm in the outside kitchen. It's just so much easier than just having a big pot of water to dip out of, pour into like, green beans or something. And days like this. So this might live out here for a little while. But I think it's pretty. Come on. They tell you not to watch water boil. It takes it longer. Ooh, look at the minerals in my water today. We're on well water, so it tastes real nice. Just got some nice balance of minerals, but I can see those minerals are a little heavy. We've been in drought here in Missouri, so that's okay. I didn't use the filtered out of the fridge filter, so I don't mind. Well, since I usually abandon the greenhouse, it takes on its own life while I'm out of it, so I need to come back in, put up some fresh plastic for the winter. I put up a thinner plastic for spring and summer, and it doesn't hold up very well. But I'll just get on there and tack it back up with some thicker, I think, or at least 2 layers of the thin. See what I have on hand. And then the tubs take their time doing whatever the heck they're doing. And then I just throw everything in here as I go working out in the garden. But this year really didn't get to work very much at all. It's just pretty. You have to learn to enjoy the simple things in life to keep yourself sane. Alrighty. And I do just love just having my morning cup of tea. So I'll let that steep for a little bit. Now put me a little cane sugar in, and just enough. There we go. Get those leaves all saturated. All right, so I need to go ahead and take down the sheets that help get too much light in and burns up things from the sun. Put in some more greens. Looks like I got a little collard going here, and you can see I've had some damage earlier from cabbage worms. What's growing in here? It amazes me when things look really dead, you start watering it in. I watered it day for yesterday. Get it active again, and things start popping up and reviving. So this is carrot. So I'll let that go ahead and do what it's going to do. Some onions. I had a cat get in here and lay down, and yeah, she also lay down in there too. There'd have been a lot more greens in there. Dumped all that over, so I didn't even attempt to, repot. I got a few other things that were out in the cold that came in a couple weeks ago. Get them comfy. Everybody's upset I'm in here without them. Hi, baby. Hi, Blondie. No, you cannot come in. Y'all, he's on top of the water barrel. Look at him. Cats. Goodness gracious. I got some cilantro and some basil growing back in there. Yeah. I have to see what's out in the garden and transplant those in here for the winter. Get off. What are you doing? Blondie, no. You're going to fall in that bucket. Get. I'm not coming out there to get you out of that bucket. You know I will. That's my baby. And then I got a few things coming over from the daughter's garden as we start having these cold nights, and a big frost is probably due anytime. So, but look at that Mizuna. It loves this pan. I had it last season over here. It did not like it very much, but it loves this pan. So I think that's how we're going to do it from here on out. And I'm going to let this all just go to seed. So I picked up tons of things over the past few years, of course, and traded and everything. So for winter, I'm going to go ahead and throw in some squash. I know it's not going to be warm enough for, because I'm not going to keep it that warm in here to grow these, but I do love the buds. They taste just as yummy. And I'm going to go ahead and throw in a pan of this green salad bowl. I want to try to see how this will head up. Should be interesting. And yeah, I know I love my expensive brands of seeds, organic seeds, non-GMO seed companies, but sometimes I just run over to Dollar Tree or Dollar General and grab them for a few bucks just so I have it on hand. Does not hurt. Come on, this was a quarter. And a lot of times I get more out of this than some of those expensive ones I done spent $4 or $5 or more on a pack. Makes me upset. Just to be able to eat, right? Okay, let me get myself situated. We'll sit down and have a little chat. I don't know. Ooh. It is kind of chilly. Guess it's time to just close up the windows. Go ahead and see what wind damage. We've been having a lot more windy days. I just pulled up a little bit of my clear corrugated roof there on a corner. So it popped a couple screws up. So I'll get that zapped down today. My window over here, we built this, goodness, I want to say 2010 or maybe it was 14. I have to look. Maybe it was 10. I think the group barn was 14. So it's starting to move. Some of the wood is moving here, and it's warping my windows. So I've got a big space. So I think I'll get some spray foam and fill in those cracks. I've got some plastics tucked in there from last winter when it was just a little big, or opening. But yeah, so I'm just rambling. Okay. But other than that, the first thing is I like to have greens going into winter. I don't have to run to the store for a salad for the day. And we just really like a mix of everything thrown together. I don't have a favorite lettuce that I have found works really well in here yet. The supermarket lettuce, I love a butter crunch, but we know that those have been hardened, you know, so they're a little bit more harder and crisper. When I grow things here, they're a little bit more softer and more delicate. So we go through them a little faster. I'm gonna go ahead and let this go to seed and just mix it all and just start raising a blend because I end up blending it all anyway. The collard greens I planted early spring, late winter, and they have been destroyed, picked over, but they're coming back. So I'm gonna clean that baby up, get him pruned, and let him just go on. Now, the one thing that I love is back here in this corner, right over here, is a white Swiss chard. And for the life of me, I picked it up in one of those 25-cent American seed packets. And that is now, that mother is now on its third winter. Wait a minute. Yes. Normally stuff like that is biennial and it's a seed, but I keep pruning him back and tricking him. I want to see how far I can get him to just keep going. I given one to my daughter, and she transplanted it from her garden to her sun box now, and it's just going nice and strong. Also, it takes a licking. The other colors of the Swiss chard just have not given me a chance to really go really well. So that one's my love. So I'm gonna try to let one of those go to seed and get some fresh seed because I can't remember if I have any more. My New Zealand spinach does not like winter, so I'll probably put some in a pot and bring it into the house, be near the wood stove all winter, and I won't have to keep reseeding it. But I've gotten really good at reseeding it. It germinates really stubbornly, but I've gotten a really good trick. I let those seeds get nice and hot in the sun, like those 90 degrees days. I already have it potted in and hanging high in here, and then water the mess out of it, and that gets those to pop. I've got some, looks like some root beets there. We're going to get that going. What are you? A mustard? That's probably a mustard that popped up. But the cat got in there. I had put in some nice greens and stuff a few weeks ago, and then I started realizing it wasn't growing because the cat's been laying in it. Yeah, they really help you out. So, how's things been your way? What's been going on with here at Lavis Farm? Taking care of family has been something, I have to tell you. We have some ups and downs, and since I started this vlog years ago, that was at the beginning of what was going to become our many years of roller coaster. That wasn't just the norm. Didn't realize it was going to be so invasive on our lives, our time, our pocketbook. Well, it might be true, but there's a time and a point where, as that daughter, that caregiver, you have to take care of yourself, or you can't take care of anyone. And so over these years, I thought this vlog would be an outlet for me to be able to just express some creativeness, sharing what I do here on the farm. What it became was, it wasn't a priority to be able to do this. So then that shows and reflects I wasn't having a priority to take care of me. So that's my goal now, is to be able to get back on track for myself and take care of me. And when I mean take care of, I'm not ashamed. It's going to be dealing with those mental episodes that come about either from stress, depression or whatever. Mind you, that overwhelmingness of dealing just with daily life. If we don't take time to deal with those on our own or reach out to get that help, then it becomes very disruptive in your life that you can't just get through your day. So I, as that daughter, that wife, that mother and grandmother just have to take time for me. And that means, in our world, means I have to be selfish. And a lot of times that just isn't something that society wants you to think is a good thing, is to be selfish. But instead of calling it selfish, let's call it self-care and self-love, because at the end of the day, if you are not taking care of yourself and providing that self-love, then you are losing yourself, and you can't take care of anybody. I'm not saying I won't be there for people. That's not the point. But I can't sacrifice myself for everyone else anymore. So self-care, self-love, no self-sacrifice. Oh, this is so yummy. Sometimes I think it's just the warmth and the smells of something nice and simple. It just refreshes you. So what am I going to do with this greenhouse? I'm going to go ahead and get some more tubs, get everything straightened up, put back in its place, clean up from the spring attempts for this year. Because my garden, honestly, I put one in really late. It was really end of June, close to July, end of June. And that was a struggle. Here in Missouri, you have to have that in already. And then other stuff just needs to see how the weather's going to go. And it was just hard. We went from cold and rainy to hot, okay? And then it was just dry. We've not had a good rain. Well, we've even not had really good sprinkles here for over a month, I think now. I have several rain barrels around. That's helped me when I want to water something, but they're getting dry now that I want to go back and ramp this greenhouse back up. So I'm going to just clean things up, determine what's going to handle the cold weather. I'm not wanting to put a lot of heat in here this winter, so that's where I'm going to see what's going to be good. And then just put a radiator heaters is what I use for overnights. Put that on low and not get the electric up high, because I have a feeling everything else is going to be really expensive for winter. Not just our food and gas. So, more excitement on our side of the woods here is the property near us that literally looks like our property. We purchased it. The owner is older. I don't know if he's starting to think about retiring, but he decided he was going to go ahead and sell off this property. There's nothing on it other than woods and a small shed. So that shed also has quite a bit of light. I might actually pull a few things and plant them over there as well as I go. But that's going to become a place for me to use it either for business, crafting, something like that. I think really Mr. SP just wants all of my Jeep and camping stuff out of his garage. So I need to have an idea of how to arrange things over there very simply, not cluttered. But it'll be a nice, good retreat for winter, just to get out of the house, walk about 100 yards, and go over there and relax by a wood stove. Finding that positive moment in your day that keeps you going to the next day. There are so many unhappy people, and I'm not an unhappy person, but I do need my solitude. Like that first couple hours in the morning with a nice hot cup of tea. It does me wonders. So if you have not found what helps you have that self-care, that self-love, that mental solitude, I need a bumper sticker, mental solitude, then maybe gardening might do it for you. And it doesn't have to be much. I mean, come on, look at this. Those are those cement pour mixer bowls, trays, whatever they're called. They cost me like $5 or $6. They're huge. You can grow everything in there just about. It might be a little shallow for a tomato. Look how full they are. I just set the seed in there, watered it, and I walk away. The heat, summer heat, killed it back. I came back, watered it some more, and it popped back up. And then seeds that wouldn't germinate because it was too hot, they're germinating now. And that they were planted like in June. I'm telling you, I have a cat at my door, a cat at this window, goats yelling at me. Hi, baby. They love me. Seriously? Being attacked by all sides by forces of fur. Kitty, kitty. Oh, gosh. Guess I gotta let him in.